In our top news tonight, Frey pie. Reports have been coming in that Frey pie will be served in the banquet hall at the Twins. This hall has played host to the infamous Red Wedding, where Stark matron Catelyn and her son, former Lord Robb, King of the North, Stark, were slain during a feast to honor the marriage of Edmure Tully to some random Frey woman. The rumors surround Arya Stark will at last begin her quest of vengeance, starting with Walder Frey. This reporter wonders how she will mince up a couple of Freys and bake them into pies. We at 7K News find this speculation highly doubtful. While a dyed-in-the-wool killer, Arya is no butcher, and there's no evidence that leads to her baking people into pies. Quite frankly, even if it were to happen, Walder Frey would not be fazed by this one bit, probably commenting, "At least they were good for something. By the gods, these Freys are delicious." While it is more likely she would sneak into the castle and murder Lord Frey, some speculation leads to the man with the golden hand, Sir Jaime Lannister, being disgusted with the Freys and finally putting an end to them whilst in the hall with a battalion of soldiers at his disposal. White Ravens, cold words. Seems the White Ravens have flown the coop. This marks the beginning of winter. Could also mean White Walkers were spotted driving the cold front from the lands of always winter to the south. As of now, no one outside a handful of Night's Watchmen have seen an actual White Walker, and rumors speculate that they are gathering at the Fist of the First Men. It is yet to be seen what the future holds in store for the realms of men when the long night comes and the dead walk. The night is dark and full of turtles. A wildfire always burns your bets. Rumors of the former Queen Regent Cersei Lannister preparing to ignite caches of wildfire hidden beneath King's Landing may be actually true. The Queen of Mean has begun a slow descent into madness, hearkening back to Mad King Aerys Targaryen IV. Having to face a trial of 7 septons and confess her crimes as opposed to having Sir Gregor Clegane, a.k.a. Sir Robert Strong, b.k.a. the zombie mountain that rots, win a trial by combat, clearing her of all charges. This was nullified when King Tommen Baratheon, by order of High Sparrow, declared all trial by combat be abolished forthwith. Having suffered at the hands of peasants and nobles alike, Cersei is truly in a tight spot with no one on her side except a zombie and a brown-nosing kiss-ass named Qyburn. The loss of respect, and more importantly fear, is what may ultimately cause her to use this slasher sword to show them who's boss. Jorah the Explorer. Jorah Mormont was seen entering the city of Qarth, perhaps seeking out a healer known as Quaithe. Mormont was commanded by Queen Daenerys Targaryen, mother of dragons, breaker of chains, stealer of armies, burner of bitches, cows, and random assholes, keeper of the flaming tits, to seek out a cure for grayscale, which is supposedly uncurable. While only one known person was cured, Shireen Baratheon, this happened at the onset of the disease and when she was still a baby. Perhaps Quaithe, who is from Ashai by the Shadow, a land steeped in mystery and dark arts, will know of a way to heal Jorah's advanced case of grayscale. This just in. That is not Jorah, that is Lancel Lannister, Sir Derp of Derpington, leaving the great sept of Baelor. Well, never mind. What up in Winterfell? Sir Davos has a bug up his butt about Red Priestess Melisandre. Going through proper channels, he brings his grievance before acting Lord of Winterfell, Jon Snow. Jon, who was brought back to life by Melisandre, must now pass judgment upon her. Quite a pickle indeed. While doubtful he will execute her, it is more likely he will send her away to live out her days in the Dreadfort, or command her to bring all the dead bodies back to life before the Night King gets there. While he didn't ask her to bring Rickon back, and maybe that's because he doesn't want little bro to go through what he went through, is a story for another time. Davos seemed enraged enough to do it himself, and maybe he will, then run off to join the Brotherhood without banners, or go back to smuggling. Littlefinger was seen lurking in the Godswood earlier today, perhaps to catch a glimpse of Lady Sansa Bolton-Lannister-Stark, the look of love in his eye. One could see his attraction to her, as she looks like a more beautiful Catelyn to him. This will certainly tie in nicely with our upcoming expose on Littlefinger, Scheming the Schemers, Littlefinger's master plan. A proposal of marriage would not come as a surprise to us in the newsroom. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Creep+Ship has set sail and once again is heading for Winterfell. Captain Peter Baelish welcomes you aboard. Keep your cabin door locked and don't drink anything he offers you. Jon and Sansa Baelish Bolton-Lannister-Stark come to terms in the aftermath of Bastard Bowl 6, and seems she spills the beans and Jon forgives. However, giving her a gentle warning of playing in Westeros politics. Nothing to see here. Move along. North of the Wall. Meanwhile, north of the Wall, Bran was spotted near a weirwood tree, perhaps preparing to tap back into the weirwood net and go back to the Tower of Joy. Bran may show us what happened all those years ago. Was it twins? Was it Jon? Was it Dany? We must wait a few more hours for the answer to the ultimate question of life, truth, and everything. Does R+L equal J? We at SKN not only think it was twins, but Ned had to cut the baby out of Lyanna. With no maester present, most certainly meant her death. But what if there's this massive twist? The baby's not Rhaegar's, but it's Robert's. The seed is strong, were the words of the late Jon Arryn of the Vale. And the promise was not to give the baby to Robert. Jon's temperament is much like Robert Baratheon's, brash, bullheaded, yet slightly tempered with some stark sense of duty and honor. Being raised by Ned subdued the need for drink and whoring. This is a long shot, but not totally impossible. Dragons Ahoy! The victory by Dragon Queen Daenerys Stormborn has netted them a ton of ships, many unburnt. Along with a good portion of the Iron Fleet, seems more than enough to set sail to Westeros and take what is theirs by fire and blood. However, seems Lord Tyrion may not allow them to set sail just yet. Schooling Daenerys on how the great game is played may take some time. However, she seems to be playing the game just fine. Kill your annoying enemies, and the rest will fall in line. We think she's got it. And that's all the time we have tonight for Seven Kingdoms News. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe for more news, reviews, theories, and speculation.
Hodor.